Air India just got a 4-star global airline rating. This is the same airline where passengers reported water leaking through the cabin ceiling, broken seats, non-functioning entertainment screens, food served cold on long-haul flights, luggage missing for days. One of those reviews is from May 2026. The same month Air India got its 4 stars. So is Skytrax right, or are they handing out ratings to the wrong airline? Let's set the scene quickly. On May 29th, Air India announced it had been awarded the Skytrax 4-star airline rating for both business class and economy class, a milestone in its ongoing transformation under the Vihaan.AI program. It was upgraded from 3 stars. Skytrax has been evaluating airline service quality since 1999. Its star ratings are one of the most globally recognized benchmarks in aviation, ranging from 1 to 5. Emirates is 5 stars, Singapore Airlines is 5 stars, and Air India is now 4 stars. That is the claim, but let's find out if it holds up. Part 1. What changed? Here is what is genuinely true about Air India's transformation, because it is real and it deserves to be acknowledged. Air India's Net Promoter Score, the standard measure of how likely customers are to recommend an airline, improved by more than 70 points, rising from -35 in late 2022 to nearly +40 today. That is not a small number. -35 means most passengers were actively telling friends not to fly Air India. +40 means most passengers are recommending it. That is a complete reversal in 3 years. On Air India's flagship A350s and Boeing 787-900s, the wide-body aircraft used on long international routes, the NPS is consistently in the high 60s. That is genuinely competitive with good international airlines. The physical product on those aircraft is legitimately improved. New business class seats, better food, a functioning app, call center wait times that used to stretch to hours are now reportedly under a minute on many routes. The Skytrax audit itself covers airport processes, lounge experience, onboard product, F&B and consistency of service, and the 4-star certification is meant to reflect sustained improvements across all of those touchpoints, not just 1 or 2. So the transformation is real on specific aircraft on specific routes. Air India in 2026 is genuinely different from what it was in 2022. Part 2. What has not changed? Now here is the other side. The side that the press release does not mention. Air India operates over 300 aircraft, the A350s and the 787s that score NPS in the high 60s. Those are a fraction of the fleet. The rest of the aircraft, older narrow bodies on domestic and short-haul routes, are a different story entirely. A passenger who flew Air India business class from London Heathrow to Mumbai and back in May 2026, the same month the 4-star rating was announced, reported excessive delays in meal service, poor food quality served cold, and non-functioning in-flight entertainment screens across both flights. That is not an isolated review. The pattern across recent passenger feedback is consistent. The wide-body long-haul experience has improved significantly, but the narrow-body domestic and short-haul experience remains deeply inconsistent. Broken seats still get reported, delayed flights still happen, luggage still goes missing, including in one documented case a bag carrying a heart patient's medication with the airline providing no updates for days. This is the 4-star problem. Unlike metrics that focus on individual improvements, the Skytrax evaluation reflects the overall coherence and reliability of the passenger experience. But when that experience varies this dramatically between your best aircraft and your worst, how do you average it into a single rating? The honest answer is that right now, Air India is 2 different airlines sharing one name. One is a 4-star product and the other is still working its way there. Part 3. How to actually read this rating. Here is how to think about the Skytrax rating, and this is something most coverage is not telling you. Skytrax audits are structured, they are comprehensive, but they are also point-in-time evaluations, and airlines present their best product for assessments. The A350 routes, the flagship lounges, the premium cabin, the audit is not a random spot check of your Patna to Mumbai flight. That does not make it meaningless. The rating signals direction. It tells you that the leadership of this airline has made real investments and that the product on their best aircraft is legitimately competitive and that the trajectory is upwards. Campbell Wilson, Air India's CEO, was clear that this is not the destination. He said the airline has a clear ambition to achieve a 5-star rating in due course. What that tells you is that Air India knows it is not finished yet. The 4-star rating is a milestone, and the NPS surge from -35 to +40 is the number that actually matters more than the Skytrax certificate. because that is 24,000 Air India employees changing how they show up every day, not a rating on a certificate. Now, what it means for you. So here is the practical answer if you're booking a flight. If you're flying Air India on a A350 or a 787-9er to London, to New York or to Melbourne, the 4-star experience is real. Book with reasonable confidence because the product has genuinely improved and the data backs it up. If you're flying Air India domestically or on older narrow-body aircraft, manage your expectations. The transformation has not reached every corner of the fleet yet. You might get a great flight, you might get a 2022 era Air India. There is still too much inconsistency to call it a reliable 4-star experience across the board. The one thing everyone agrees on is that Air India in 2026 is better than what it was in 2022. The question is not whether it improved, the question is whether it improved enough, consistently enough to deserve those 4 stars everywhere it flies. And the honest answer is not yet, but yes, it is heading there. Air India has done something genuinely difficult. It has turned around an airline that was one of the worst regarded in the world in just 3 years. The 4-star rating is real progress, but it is progress measured against where they were, not against where Singapore Airlines or Emirates are today. Here is my question for you. Have you flown Air India recently and does your experience match a 4-star airline? Tell me in the comments and I genuinely want to know what you actually experienced. New video every Thursday at 7 p.m. Like, share and subscribe and I'll see you in the next one.